Ways of buying a Ferrari. A. You could walk into the dealership, choose a model from the existing lineup and place your order. Or B. If your company happened to make a big profit and you have a good reputation in the motoring industry, you could ask Ferrari to make a special car for you. Back in 2007, Ferrari launched its special projects program with an intention to give its wealthy customers an opportunity to personalize their cars to a great extent. These cars are very rare, they are one of a kind, so there's only one in the entire world. The changes made are mostly design oriented and Ferrari does not mess around with their engines. But these are my top 10 Ferrari special projects. Ferrari SP12 EC. The SP12 EC is one of Ferrari made for Eric Clapton in celebration of his long history and loyalty with Ferrari and their products. Taking heavy inspiration from the boxer breed of Ferraris like the 365 GT4 and the BB512, Eric tried to bring back the classic look integrated with the modern features, making it one of the most photogenic cars in the Ferrari lineup. He spent around $4.7 million to build his dream Ferrari, which still remains in his possession. Ferrari P4x5. This car was made for James Glickenhaus from the Glickenhaus & Company investment empire. Approached by the Italian design house Pininfarina, James wanted a modern version of his classic 330 P3x4. Taking an unregistered Ferrari Enzo chassis, they incorporated a mashup between the modern and the classic known as the Ferrari P4x5 by Pininfarina. Revealed in 2006 at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, it instantly grabbed the attention of wealthy buyers that flooded him with offers. According to James, a member of the Saudi royal family offered him 10 times the car cost, equal to around $40 million. Ferrari SP1. The Ferrari SP1 is one of special edition Ferrari based on a F430 for a Japanese businessman Junichiro Hiramatsu, former president of the Ferrari Club of Japan. It's the first car that Ferrari's new special projects program attempted, with many more following as the years went on. Junichiro was a huge fan of the F100, a concept car designed back in 1998, which is where his inspiration comes from. The Ferrari F12 TRS. Essentially a topless Ferrari F12, the TRS takes a flatus from the original 1957 250 Testarossa as requested by the owner. Making its first major appearance at the Goodwood Festival of Speed in 2014, it caused a lot of attention as it took part in the famous Goodwood Hill climb and now sits in the small list of one of customer requested Ferraris. The engine is the same 6.3 litre V12 pushing out 730 bhp. Ferrari F12 SP America. This car was made for the CEO of Wegmans, Danny Wegman. Taking a look at it from the distance, we can see that the design elements look similar to the F12 TDF and the GTC4 Lusso. The body remains mostly the same with some cosmetic tweaks. At a glance, it doesn't look massively different, but once you delve into the changes a little more, you'll start to see some smaller details. The front end features an aggressive bonnet with an extra cooling revised splitter, carbon side skirts and various changes to the rear like a subtle spoiler, big diffuser and vents placed on the rear bumper that peel off to the each side of the car. No actual figure has been released on how much the build cost, but some rumors suggest that it's in the region of around 1.5 million to 2 million. Ferrari P540 Superfast Aperta. This is the second car that was made through the Special Projects program back in 2008, which was built for Edward Walson. Built on the Ferrari 599 structure, the P540 is actually 20 kg heavier than the standard car due to the chassis needing tweaking to accommodate the loss of roof. Performance is not affected by the extra weight, and even if it did, it's worth it just to be able to hear that gorgeous V12 that little bit more. Ferrari SP FFX Coupe 2014. Now this car is something totally different. At first glance it looks like a California, but on a closer inspection it appears to be a Ferrari FF. Made for a buyer in Japan, the FFX is an odd one and it's very unique. The FFX is based on the Ferrari FF, but the rear end has been completely redesigned to feature a coupe tail. The front end is more aggressive with two vertical sections that separate the grille, making it easier to distinguish what it is. It's easy to say that it's a love child of the California and the FF. Ferrari SP Aria. Special projects came to the rescue when Chirag Arya, an Indian businessman, wanted to create his dream Ferrari. Multiple designs were sent to him for him to choose, but he was not completely satisfied with all the designs. So he happened to design his own, he happened to choose his own components from each design, and that gave birth to a one-off Ferrari that's based upon a 599 GTO. The fundamentals of the car remain the same, just with the suspension and exhaust modifications at his request. Ferrari Superamerica 45. New York real estate giant Peter Calico commissioned his own take on the Ferrari to celebrate 45 years since his first purchase into the brand, a 1961 Ferrari 400 Superamerica. The Superamerica 45 looks like it has taken a massive inspiration from the Ferrari 599 SA Aperta. The biggest change is the one-piece carbon roof which slots into the rear deck when removed. This is one of design that has not featured in any other Ferrari before. Ferrari 458 Speciale. Moving on to the most modern car on the list, we have the Ferrari 458 Speciale. Based on a 458 Speciale, the was built for an undisclosed buyer in the UK. Built to his specification, the has the same 4.5-litre V8 that produces 597 bhp. The owner wanted a visor type effect, which has been accomplished by painting the A-pillars in black. Unsurprisingly, the car is made almost entirely from carbon fiber, keeping the weight to a minimum. With the revised air intakes on the sides of the car that lead to the radiators, the almost looks like a Lotus Evora. The rear now shares features with the 488 GTB and is adorned by the Bianco Italia paintwork with traditional Italian racing stripes. Now if you like this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button right down there. I'm with the target to reach 1000 subscribers by the end of this year, and I really hope I can achieve that. It all lies in your hands, guys, so please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Cheers.